Mall High salute. Mall High salute. Shout out to the homies. Shout out to all my riders out there. Box State Business in the building. Box State Business in the building, man. What's up with y'all? Let me put this on for we don't have no interruptions. Seems like every time I go to live, all right, I think it's on already. Think it's on already, man. So yesterday, I think like 2 days ago, I had seen the homie who rides a little video, and in the video, I guess somebody hit the block in the east side and started striking up gang. You know what I'm saying? Gang graffiti. They struck up multiple buildings, but in that video, it was just one building complex, right? Well, I started laughing at that, but then I got a couple different calls from even somebody from out of state, and they like, "What's the word? What's the word? What's going on in the town? Is the West Side Bloods and the East Side Crips are they at war right now?" What up, man? Shout out to you. What's up with a Big Kill? What's Karma? What's good with you? Uh, couple people said they had heard that fools hit the blocks and start striking up the whole neighborhoods, man. What up with it? Dave, Colorado, what's good with it, fam? I guess they had hit some apartment complex too and graffiti the whole apartment complex. Boom, gang graffiti. So somebody really asked me. They was really curious about it. Like, damn, is the East and the West beefing? And I started laughing. Oh, that's good, man. All high salute to you, Rada. Denver to the still, I started laughing because this is the thing is, man, no time in history of Denver politicking, bro, has the West Side Bloods and the East Side Crips ever been at war, homie. One big reason, it's just too far of a distance to be at war. That's little kids, man. They struck up the neighborhood, went in the neighborhood and struck up all kinds of buildings with gang shit, whacked out gang like hoods and stuff, bro. Um, but nah, that does not mean that there's an actual war going on in the city, man. That's just silly because this is the thing, man. For a war to happen, right? For a war to happen between two areas, there has to be history of fools getting killed. There has to be history of back and forth from both sides. And there's never, ever, ever been that in the city of Denver, bro. Never. There's a lot of good fools from the West Side. I know. I even have relatives that are West Side Bloods, OG uncles, relatives that push the line for that their whole life, bruh. And they'll even tell you, homie, there's never been a war. Now, this is the thing is fools follow trends all day. Everybody wants to be relevant when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, some gang ties, homie. But when it's all said and done, bro, people push a narrative of negativity. Fools will put some gang stuff, homie, and whack it out on buildings and never ever been a part of killing anything from the opposite that they're saying. I seen even on them buildings there was C's crossed out, and you know what I'm saying. They put, CMG Ducev 2700. Now this is the thing is, bro, is like I don't think I've ever heard of somebody from the West Side, and this is true fact. This is the truth. When it comes to all the fools I know that are resting in peace, it's not at the hands of any of them. There's never been an actual keyway from East Denver that's got killed from West Side Bloods, homie. Never in the history of Denver gangbanging. I know multiple Lokes and Crips that are not here no more, but it's never been at the hands of the West Side. Never. There's not one homie ever that I know that's resting in peace behind the West Side Bloods. They got their own wars that they beef with other organizations in the West Side. That's just the truth. There's not a history. There's not enough history to have any type of war. The East Side, you know what I'm saying? If you talk to any East Side fools, bro, if you talk to any East Side fools, they'll never say West Side is their immediate opposition. You know what I'm saying? They're never going to say that that's the enemies because they don't have history. They're too far from the West Side to be beefing. Now, young kids are always going to do something like that. That's all that is. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some young kids and they spray painted some buildings. Doesn't mean that there's a war. You know, I find it interesting, you know. And it goes to say this, homie. It goes to say this. If that's not what you really doing, and you ain't really out there chipping somebody off, right? You don't really have a body under your belt. Don't go out there start whacking stuff out. Don't start getting tattoos that have stuff whacked out, because it just goes against basically what that means. I mean, when you start whacking stuff out right on walls, and you start whacking stuff out on your body, that means that you actually put in work for that. If you ain't never had a body in your life, you ain't supposed to get them kind of tats. I mean, you're saying something that has a total different meaning, you know? And that's just the truth. I seen fools have tattoos of stuff that's whacked out on them, homie. And then they get around the fools that they got whacked out, and it's a whole different story. The whole energy changes, bro. And it's like, dang, homie, you got all these whackouts on you tattooed. You got a C crossed out over here. And even with some locs too, they'll have the B's crossed out. And they ain't never caught a body, and they ain't never even chipped any of them fools off. And it's like, you know, you have that on you, bro. But when you around that and you come across that, you're the most peaceful people in the world. You're not living up to them tattoos. And that's how you get beat up, or that's how situations actually could get you killed, because people are out here taking that serious. When I looked at that gang graffiti on them walls in the East Side, that Ride had on his video, and then the homies had sent a little picture in the text message, I laughed at it because there's no history of them fools ever killing some Crips from the East Side. They trying to be relevant and put it out there that they're warring with a whole sector. They're warring with the whole organization, and they don't have no history for ever chipping any of the fools off over there, bro. You know, mind blowing how people just tune into it and they want to absorb that and think that is the way to do stuff, homie. That's just the reality. That's the truth, homie. You know, to anybody out there from the city of Denver, homie, you have like Damu homies, or you have, you know what I'm saying, West Side Blood fools, you know these fools. There's never ever been a war between East Side Crips and West Side Bloods, because you never see each other. There's never a time that you come across each other. Have you ever heard of Al Mayfield? Was he a blood from the E? This is the thing is, I mean, there's never been an actual blood set from the East Side. Hell nah. There's been fools that might have blood ties and they were on the blood wave, but they didn't stay in the East Side. They literally went outside of the E, because you were not going to be able to be comfortable. That's why, like, Boom and Bang, those are the Boom and Bang, homie, are the definition of fools that really push bloods, and they're from the East Side. They were born and raised in the East Side, and they were active. I'm talking about these fools were activated, homie. And if them fools that were raised in the East Side and born and they were active, if they had to be forced to the West Side because the Crips were on their helmet, there's no other fool in the city of Denver that ever banged bloods in the East Side without having serious problems. Because in the East Side, where them fools are from, I could say Boom and Bang, they really had to get active because the Crips were on their doorstep. In the 90s, you got Crips from everywhere on their doorstep, homie. They were not comfortable at their own house. So when you look at it, they had to go to the West Side, and that's why there's a lot of West Side Do 7 block bloods. But that's just the reality. That's the truth. That's the whole thing. There's never been a war between the East Side Keyways and the West Side Don Moose. There's never been a homie from the East Side Keyways that ever got laid to rest because of some West Side Don Moose. The war comes between Park Hill and the East Side, homie. That's all. That's the truth. That's the truth. The West Side Bloods have their own war. They got their own situations in the West Side. They got their own politics. They don't see Crips enough to even have wars. So when you start seeing fools that are from the West Side that got these CKs on them and they don't like Crips, it's because they're just doing it off the simple fact is they hear something and they're saying, we don't like Crips. But they don't have no reason to not like Crips. They don't have a reason to have hatred toward Crips because Crips don't even pay attention to West Side Bloods. I'm going to be real, homie. There's not one hood in the East Side that even recognizes and puts attention towards the West Side. Because they never been seen. There's never been a history of them bringing harm to any East Side Crips. So they don't even recognize that as a war. There's not going to be any Crips from the East Side that ever say those are our opposition. We have hatred towards them fools. That's the reality, homie. That's the truth. The East Side has a war with other fools from other sectors like Park Hill and different fools from the Ballos, homie, and Aurora. But, and the Lokes, to be honest, they're going to have more tension with the Odies in the East Side if it's any Mexicanos, homie. That's the reality, bro. The Lokes in the East Side, the Treys, and even Project Crippen, they're going to have more history of war with other East Side Mexican hoods like the Odies, ESGs. But it never came at the hands of the West Side, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fastest growing gang in Denver right now. What's the fastest gang in Denver, bro? The Bloods and Crips are not the fastest. There's no Bloods and Crips that are the fastest. It's the hybrid gangs that are the fastest in Denver, bro. Let's be real. Bloods and Crips will always be here, homie. But the fastest growing gangs out here are the hybrid gangs that are from Aurora that got these cliques. That's the fastest growing gangs. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard of him? I'm pretty sure he was from the East Side, was active. He locked up for an M. He might have been. You're saying that right, Basket? If he's from East Denver and he banged the East Side and he's an East Side Blood, majority of all them fools have ties to Park Hill, not the West Side. You know what I'm saying? Not the West Side. They don't have no aspect of East Side Bloods, homie, that are from the West Side. They have more ties to Park Hill. You know what I'm saying? What's good with it, Big Arm? And that's besides the point. Besides the point of this, seeing C's crossed out from any West Side gang, it's false pretense because there ain't never been a Crip that's been killed from West Side Bloods. Never in the history of Denver. Nobody that I know that's laying in a casket from the East Side has ever been chipped off by a West Side Blood. There's no history between that. Like I said, it's far distance. Too far distance. This is the thing is too, like, if it was so much turned up like that, let's be real. When fools moved to the Westwoods, right? And the Treys moved to the Westwoods and there was presence of the LOCs and these other Crips in the projects, right? There was never one Crip that got chipped off in the West Woods. And they were over there, homie. So if it's so much CK riding, why there was never no history of fools getting chipped off by fools that were over there? And I know fools are going to say Southwest, but there's a lot of Don Moos from the West Side that are over there, and not one Crip that was in them projects got chipped off. Because there's no history. There's no history at all. To be honest, there's no history at all. The history's between Park Hill and the East Side and Monballo East Side, Aurora East Side. Now I can say there's history because there's been fools that actually got killed from them sectors. So, that's the reality, homie. Mile High, salute. Mods, what's up with it, Big Jess? What's cracking with it, man? Mile High, salute. But I grew up in the East Side, family ties and all. Yeah, now that's good and gravy. I heard that, and like I said, man, I'm just chilling, right? I'm just chilling, and I get that text message, and I seen the homies Crips are active in the Westwood. That's the thing is, homie, and the Lokes have been in the Westwoods. If there was a real history, bro, a real history, the Lokes are migrating to the Westwoods, and they have a presence over there. And if there was a real history between the organization, somebody would have got chipped because you're going now to somebody else's area, bruh. And there ain't one Crip that's laying being over there. So there's not a real history. Like I said, people want to paint this narrative that there's actually a gang war or they're tripping with these fools. They get the CKs and they think that that's some type of getting stripes, putting a C and then crossing it out on you. I seen that many a times. And I seen fools get beat up for that shit. I seen fools get beat up for BKs when they should never have that. Because if you're not chipping somebody off and you ain't earned that, don't put that shit on you. That's false pretense. Your gangbang is backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. It's the reality, homie. So yeah, like we gotta, start putting these narratives out there. We gotta stop putting these narratives like there's some shit going on, bro. Because like I said, homie, I said this is a reality. Ain't no East Side Crip. The biggest area of cripping ever. 5 Points, East Side Denver, all kinds of Crips over there. And they ain't never gonna say, those are our ops in the West Side. There's not one Crip that ever acknowledged that as a war or them being ops. And that's the truth. It might hurt people's feelings, but that's the reality, homie. I ain't never seen in my life being in the East Side a presence that the Bloods come over there and them fools post up and chill and get activated, homie. I never seen that shit ever in my life. So it just goes to show you, homie, there's a lot of false pretense in that shit. A lot of false pretense in that. Now I could say honestly this. I seen some Cali Crips come to the East Side and post up, and then there was a war on the Cali Crips. I could see that. I could say that the Odies done got put in work on some East Side Lokes. I could say that. I can even say some of the young fools from Homicide came to the East Side putting in work on the Lokes. I'll say that. But I ain't never, ever heard in my life of gangbanging that some West Side Don Moose came through the East Side and ever put somebody under or turned up. Never. Because it just don't ever happen. Let's be real, 100% real. That's the real. And if you don't believe it and you feel some type of way and you from over there, go ask your Park Hill homies about that. Because they'll tell you the same thing, homie. They'll tell you the same thing. Nah, fool, you fools don't see cripping enough to have a war. Y'all fools go beef with the G's and them fools that are over there, or go beef with the fools that are from the West Side. They're going to tell you that same thing. And this is the crazy aspect too, homie. If you're a Keyway, you don't just people think because you're from this organization that you just beef with these fools because they're from that organization, bro. That's not how it goes, homie. That shit is so played out, bro, just to be like, hey, bro, I don't like these fools because these fools are from here and these fools are from here. That shit is not how it goes, bro. Not even in the land, that's how it goes, bro. That's not how it even goes anywhere. And this is not, I'm not hating on the West Side, homie. I got many homies from the West Side. I got family members from the West Side. I got uncles that are OG Bloods. You know what I'm saying? But we have to keep it a buck, bro. We got to keep it 100. I remember that with the homicides. Hell yeah, they was terrorizing some shit. I'm gonna be 100, like, even in my days, because I've been to different neighborhoods. I mean, I crept through different neighborhoods. I lived in the neighborhoods where, where the hoods are. And I'm gonna be 100. A lot of even a lot, and this is the reality. A lot of times, even our conflicts when we were living over there was because we pushed the issue a lot more with foods, bro. Like we got out there really pushing the issue, causing a lot of problems for our own self. I never ever in my life, to be honest, to be 100, I never in my life, homie, when I was out there full fledged and I was in other foods' neighborhood, I never felt to an aspect where my life actually was in danger. Never, never. Now it got pretty hectic because we brought shit to our own doorstep. But I'm gonna be 100% real with you, homie. I've spent many nights and many days in other people's neighborhoods, bro. And we aggressed on a lot of people. But if everybody was on some CK shit and everybody was on some crip killing, homie, I should be dead. A lot of the homies should be dead because we were all throughout different areas, homie. And that's just keeping it a buck. I just think people want to amp shit up. I just think people want to amp shit up. Everybody wants to be on some, we killed these fools and killed these fools. And we put this shit on us and tap this shit on us. You know what? This is another thing, homie. And I'm gonna be a buck too with this. If I'm in your neighborhood, you should never run from me in your neighborhood. This is your turf. This is your set. This is your hood. This is where your shit is rooted. This is where you belong. But for me being on the other side of the tracks, you should never run from me because now you ain't protecting the hood. If you ever ran from any of my homies or any of me or anybody, bro, you just need to retire all the way. Track stars all across the board, homie. That's just such a bad look. And luckily I'm not a spiteful fool because I could start literally giving you stories and names of fools that ran like track stars. Track stars, bro. You know? So that's the thing, homie. That's the reality. That's just the truth. But I seen that, man, and I just want to clear up a lot of because people are asking, is there a war? Is there a war? Is there a war? No, homie, there's not a war. There's never been a war between the West Side and East Side Crips and the West Side Bloods. I'm gonna tell you the closest fools that really would go to war with maybe the West Side Bloods is because they're majority all Chicanos is the Chicky 30s. That would be the fools that go to full-on war with some West Side Bloods because the Chicky 30s migrated to different neighborhoods. You got Chicky 30s in Thorin. You got Chicky 30s over here. And they're not going to even tell you that their main opposition is Red Rag West Side Bloods. They're going to say the Odies are their biggest enemies. They're going to say that. They're not going to say the West Side Bloods is our biggest rivals, our biggest enemigos. No, because they got their own beefs, bro. It's too far in distance. Nobody trying to go all the way over there, a 15-minute drive, 20-minute drive to go beef with somebody. And they're not trying to do that same thing, come over here to beef with somebody. You know? Me too. I lived all over the city. All over the city, Rada. All over the city. You know, and that's one big reason. One big reason why I just think why gang culture and gang banging is so watered down, homie. I'm old. I'm too old to be a thug anymore. Yeah, man. I am too, homie. I am too. I got asked a question. I seen the homie put it on, and like I said, the news travels fast because I got a text message from the homie that's outside of the city lines. Like, what's going on over there? Is West Side Bloods and the East Side Crips tripping? And I'm like, nah, fool. Nobody's got killed. There's nothing that's been going on, mate. And then it clicked because they were saying that somebody tagged up the walls in the East Side. You know. So yeah, that's the mindset, bro. That's why I think that shit is watered down. Because this is the thing. You gonna spray paint somebody's hood, right? You're gonna tag up some and it was terrible graffiti. You tagged up a whole section of somebody's hood. Terrible graffiti. And at first I was like, okay, they ain't whacking out stuff. And then I seen the whole disrespect on multiple aspects of buildings. And I'm like, hold up, homie, when did these fools ever kill some Crips? Them fools never killed no Crips in their life, and they whacking out C's. When you whack out something, you mean that you Crip killing. When you put in CK, you mean that you Crip killing. When you put a BK, that's what that means. You blood killing. And there ain't never ever a Crip ever laid at the hands of them dudes. So that's why I know it's watered down. That's why I know it's watered down, because these fools are just putting some crazy tattoos on them and making statements. Now, stupid, dummy, when you come across some real fools that are activated from the other side, you got to live on that shit, bro. I seen that shit many times in the penitentiary. Fools got shit tatted on them and get slapped up by the fools that they say they kill. Get done victimized by the fools that they say they kill, because they wanted to make a name and say, oh, I'm killing these fools. I got some shit whacked out on me, and then come across them dudes. And when they come across them dudes, they're the most peaceful individuals. They want to keep the peace. They want to keep the peace. They got shit whacked out all over, bro. They never seen these fools, but they got them whacked out just because they think that's what gangbanging is all about. And then they come across some real fools that are from that area, and they get slapped and spit on, and then they become a prison victim because they wanted to make statements. Mind-blowing. That shit's mind-blowing to me, bro. But when you got that shit on you, they're called eye busters. That's what they call them, eye busters. When you got them eye busters on you, homie, you got to live up to that now. You got to make sure you standing on your tens. That's why I don't have sympathy on these fools that get indicted and snitch. Because when you're putting it out there that you really activated over that shit, you better get active when it's time to get active, homie. That's the truth. That's why I preach and I tell youngsters, you need to stay away from that shit, because that's not you, homie. You don't ever have an excuse not to get active. I don't care. I don't care what the scenarios. That's the sad part about culture, the culture. When it's time to get active and you're really portraying that you in that life, you don't got an excuse. You don't have an excuse. If you're on that yard, homie, and you got to get active and you trying to go home, you don't have an excuse. You owe it to the hood. That's why it's not worth it, bro. There's no actually end result to it. Because when you activate it, homie, you got to live up to being active. And when you got that shit tatted on you, and that's what you're putting out there, you better live up to it, man. You fools are dumb as hell. You know? The biggest mistake in my life, homie, and I'm not gonna say that, man. I actually, you know what? I actually passed over making actually that aspect of putting whackouts on me. Because at one time, I was just gonna be hella just disrespectful, homie. And I'm so glad I didn't. I'm so glad I literally looked over that aspect, because I was going to put just hella disrespect. I was going to be the most disrespectful fool out there, a walking disrespect. You know, when you got that shit, bro, that shit doesn't come off of you. You're not going to bring that off. You're going to have to hold that shit all the way down your life, homie. And when you have that, bro, there's no peace. There's no peace. What the hell is peace when you got shit like that, bro? If you put that on you, you better be ready to get busy at any time. Ain't no peace. You're making a statement that that's what you do. There's no peace. There's no coming back from that. I feel better, but I still feel sick. What up, Ghost? What's good with it, man? You know? So that's the reality, man. This was not a video to disrespect anybody, because there's riders from everywhere and there's hogs from everywhere. And I got love for all neighborhoods in the city. All love homies in the town, from every sector, man. Every sector. But I had to clear that shit up. I had to clear it up and let it be known, homie. There's never been a war between the West Side Damus and the East Side Crips, the East Side Keyways. Never in the history of Denver. The reason being, it's too far from each other. That would be a pointless distance to try to be beefing with fools from the other side of town. Second of all, there's never been a Keyway that ever got killed by some West Side blood. There's no hatred there. There's no hatred there, bro. Move in us all to Green Mountain now. Let's go, man. Green Mountain's where it's at. We're gonna get active in Green Mountain. We're gonna better the community. We out here living life, man, relaxing. But there's no hatred. The Crips do not have a hatred towards West Side Bloods, bro. They don't see them ever. They don't see them enough. They never been a threat. They never caused anything to make them hate. There's never been that. So the Crips don't acknowledge that war. The Crips don't look at that war and say, "Hey, those are our enemies." They don't. That's just the truth. That's the full-on truth. You know, I know some fools might want to think that the East Side Crips look at them and be like, those are a threat to us. But no, they're not. No, nobody looks at that and says that's a threat. You guys got a lot, you know, a lot of them fools that are banging now, you guys got a lot more to worry about over there with the G's and who you beef with, you know? Let me break it down too, because there's a misconception too that there's been a lot of years. See, now let's talk about the aspect of, you know, the war, homie. There's been a lot of history for years, bro, between Park Hill and the East Side, right? Now that's something that people know that the war kicked off. And them fools have a history. Them fools really have, they got soldiers laid down by both. Loved ones laid down by both sides, right? And a lot of them OGs from that era, and even my era and the era before me, a lot of times, bro, to be 100, they push all that aspect to the side, bro, and they've worked hard to actually try to settle a couple different things and be like, hey, homie, you know, stop the violence, bro. Stop the violence. Stop the craziness, bro. Because a lot of times people that don't even have nothing to do with what took place to start the war, they're the ones that are dying, bro. And that's a war that's going to continue for years, bro, because they just have so much history and hatred towards each other in different times. But there's family members amongst that shit. What up, Big Gilly? Hope you guys are good, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the family, man. I hope everybody's good. Damn, I still got mucus, man. I'll stay on here for a couple more minutes. If y'all got any questions, man, this is a time for A and Q. Y'all could ask some questions. I hope everybody's blessed. I'll go back to work tomorrow. It's been a crazy weekend, homie. I got sick. I'm off today, my brother. How you feeling? I'm feeling way better than I did yesterday, definitely. But I still got a sickness. I gotta rest it up, man, and I gotta definitely get back to work tomorrow. Not going to work is driving me crazy. Not going to work is driving me crazy. So I just trying to get over this sickness. I don't know if it's an allergy attack. I don't know if it's a sinus infection. You guys hear my voice. My vocal cords are kind of like got a sore throat. But I had to come tap in, homie, because I seen the homie's video, and then I got a text message of fools at war. You know? I got a text message as fools at war, and I was like, nah, I gotta go clear this up before people start really talking about there's a war. I feel it, brother. I have a cough, but I'm not even sick. I don't know what's going around, homie. I don't know what's going around. I know it's seasonal. I know it's like a seasonal allergy thing. Um, but I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't get sick usually, but when I do get sick, I get hella sick, bro. I get hella sick. Like I don't get the average sickness. I don't get the average sickness, bro. When I'm under the weather, it's like it takes me out of commission. It takes me super out of commission. I'm like, I don't even want to do nothing. I just want to lay up and rest it down, bro. But I can't stay in that mindset, bro. I don't know how people do it. Just chill at the crib. I don't know how people do it. Just relax. I mean, like I gotta do something. I gotta be out there doing something, you know? And I'm the same way, so I don't get sick often. Yeah, but when we do get sick, we do get sick, bro. That's the most terrible aspect, you know. Mm-mm. What's up with it, Rotters? What up, Big Don? Same here. Same here. Hella sick. Yeah, super sick, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. Like I'll be good for 2, 3 years, and then when the sickness comes upon my head, homie, I just get super sick. I'm out of commission. Fools will be like, dang, homie, you just laid up? Yeah, I had to, bro. I felt like I was on my deathbed. I felt like I was dying. I understand, and this is crazy too, bro. I understand. So Neil Tazad, I don't know if you guys know him, bro. Like the Sureño, the black Sureño from California. Yeah, I barely get sick, but when I do, I do. Ooh. Um, Neil Tazad, he's a black Sureño. I know you guys might. I don't know if you guys even heard of him, but if you haven't, go check out his YouTube channel. Um, he put he said this comment. He said the Norteños, yes, on a spectacle of like hate, Sureños from Southern California and Los Angeles don't really have the hatred that they have in Northern Cali for Norteños because, like I said, they don't see Norteños in Southern California. So they don't have like the hatred that the upstate Sureños and the Norteños have. You know, they don't really. That's why I get it now that there's actually Sureños that rock the red rag. There's Sureños that actually rock the red rags. And when in Denver, you'll never see that because there's a hatred in Colorado, right? But in California, there's Sureños that rock the red rag, right? And we were always under the impression that Sureños rock blue rags and Norteños rock red rags. But out there, it doesn't mean the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the east side and the west side. That's kind of like the east side basically not having war with the Damus from the west side. When technically everybody thinks they beef. But there's actually Sureños, multiple Sureño gangs, homie, that actually rock red rags. And that's what I'm saying. It's like he made it clear, and I kind of understand because when he said that, I'm like, That can't be true because out here in Denver, it was on site for a long time with the North and Sureños. They hated each other. But in California, in Los Angeles, they don't see each other enough to really have that war. So LA Sureños don't even pay them any attention really. They don't really they're not even gonna acknowledge that as like a war, really, you know? Um, they don't really acknowledge that aspect, bro, like because they don't war with them enough. So, you know, that's like upstate. That's an upstate war. Yeah, it's different here in Denver. My whole life, Don, my whole life growing up, the Sureños and the Norteños out here really just didn't get along. They hated each other. You know, they couldn't stand each other, bro. Even on the yards, the Sureños were tripping like crazy when them fools hit the yard. So I was under the impression that's just how it is. But I found out it was different. I was actually like tripping when I heard that there was actually Sureños. I was like, there's Sureños that rock red rags, and it's not just one hood. There's multiple. Because even before I guess them fools formed, there was Sureño hoods that already had rocked the red rag way back in the day. I said, dang man, that's interesting. Damn, what school did you go to, my homie? Yeah, they was tripping, bro. They was on each other's helmet like that. They were not easing up. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit more of that kind of atmosphere. Norteños and Sureños and Northside and Sureños. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it up there. Yeah, they used to trip. They used to be tripping, bro. You know. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like that's the thing, homie. Everything is different everywhere, bro. Everything is different everywhere. Um, Politicking is different everywhere. It's just like when we were discussing the aspect of, and I had chopped it up with a couple of my homies, and they were asking about that. Out here in Denver, more mostly. What's up with it? What's up with it, Rodos? Out here in Denver, it seemed like growing up, even me, you just kind of you kind of just made it into you beefed with anybody from the other side. Like it, when I was growing up, you kind of made it that you have beef with the other side, regardless who it was. Vice versa, right? It didn't matter what neighborhood or what. Growing up down the line, you kind of have an understanding. It's more about personal hoods beefing with each other. But even in the land, even in California, a lot of Crips beef with the Crips more than they beef with Damus. A lot of Damus beef with a lot of other Damu sets before they even beef with Crips. It's all about personal beefs. It's all about who your hood beefs with. It's not just Bloods and Crips beef. That's not a thing like that, bro. I think people think that's what it is if you're a Blood, you're just automatically supposed to beef with the Crips. If you're a Crip, you're automatically supposed to beef with the Bloods. That's not how it is. The understanding's not there. There's actually hoods that are Bloods and Crips that have the same enemies, so they have more of a mutual respect. Um, so that's what kind of is like is different, a different thing in every backyard, you know. And that's why I'm saying every city, every state got different type of things going on. Now, this is, when I was growing up, bro, when I was growing up, I moved to West Denver, homie. I moved to the West Side, right? West Denver. Yes, I had a history of getting into it with some of the West Side Don Moose because I was over there in their hoods and we pushed our politics. So I have a history. My history was built up over some years, having enemigos from multiple neighborhoods over there and causing trouble, and then getting the domino effect of what comes with that. Yes, I have a history, definitely. Um, but a lot of times there's not even a history, and they will create a war that they don't really, there's no real war. There's not really conflicts. There's not enough history between people dying and people catching cases from this side. There's not enough of it. It's crazy now, bad. I just moved back here to Denver from Florida last June. What up, cuz? It's Maniac. What's cracking with it? What's up with it, Rada? What's up with it, Brody, bro? What's good with it, fam? Mall High Salute. You found the channel, homie. What's good? What's up with Brody Juju? What's good with the fam, homie? Mall High Salute to the riders. you know? Shout out to the family, bro. I remember when we was on the block. Yeah, that's the homie. I just moved back from Florida last June last year. But now that's the truth, homie. Because and I'm never going to take away the homies, like, the dudes, the flowers from the homies from the West Side, because they was pushing they line. Them fools was pushing their line over there. He's still running around tripping. I told a story about your Brody, bro, fool. That fool went over there. Well, I mixed up the little fool from 18 Streeters. Boom, 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 boom. My boy Juju was over there on the watch guard, homie. Bring out the big cannon on these fools. I said, man, Juju the rider, bro. But yeah, man, shout out to the family, bro. I hope you guys are all doing good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is the channel, Rada. Yeah, we just shooting the shit. Just talk about the good days, Hey, tell him I send my love and respect, fool. He came to the little function like last year, 2 years ago. He was barbecuing with us, homie. I try to get y'all to come up, But yeah, man, it's good to see y'all around, bro. Doing good, staying out of trouble, staying away from lockup, Yeah, we just chilling though, man. But yeah, yeah, people be pushing them narratives, homie. People be pushing them narratives, and the people that just stand back and just analyze the situation, it's like, we can't, we suck a ducking. Like the homie said, suck a ducking and dummy dodging, bro. There's a lot of suckers in the streets, man, that make up the streets. There's a lot of stuff that makes up the streets that's some sucker shit, bro. And it's just like, I had to talk upon it and speak upon it, mom past cuzzo. We been going, damn, fool. Rest in peace to moms, man. Sorry to hear that, fam. My condolences to the family, bro. Damn, that's crazy, fool. It's wild, homie. That's why we only, you got to count the blessings, man. Just always think of the good times, But my condolences for real, bro. Tell everybody I send my love and respect. The weather here has been nice every day. I've been able to go for a walk every morning. Nice, bro. Yeah, it's beautiful out here in Colorado. Back to work. Hey, shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody, homie. Yeah, man. I don't know, homie. I see a lot of things, bro. And this is one reason why I had to fall back from a lot of situations, homie. A lot of times, bro, like when I look at it, bro, in my days in my era of politicking, there was a severity of danger all around it, homie. And you know, me being an extremist with what I do, regardless if it's Broncos country, politicking, my faith, homie, my family, I'm always a fool that's going to go the extra. I was saying this the other day. Be the best of your ability when it comes to anything you do in life. Work, be the best. And when it comes to the culture and it comes to getting and it comes to politicking, I'm always gonna go the extra for politicking when I was in my day, when I was doing my thing, homie. And the energy from a lot of people, even fools that you think are thorough, they're not gonna put that same energy out there. And even if they did, bro, when shit hits the fan and you looking at time double digits and you looking at doing prison time and they're giving you double digits on cases, people are going to see that and break automatically. You don't know who you really are till you go through one of them situations where you're looking at life sentences. You don't know who you really are, what you're made of until you actually hit the county and you walk in a dorm of enemies, bro, that don't like you. You don't know who you really are built around. You don't really, that stuff wakes you up and it gives you a different perspective. When you're fighting a case and you're talking to people that actually are fighting the capital murders, looking at death penalties. You hit the compound of lifers and fools are not getting out. And you see the sucker stuff towards the fools that are the real. It gives you a different perspective. That's why I kind of had to just ease back off of stuff and even people around me and say, hey, homie, what do I want for my life? What do I need for my life to have a peace of mind? Because at the end of the day, homie, it's all about your peace of mind, bro. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. In the culture, you ain't never gonna have a peace of mind. Because if you're really kicking up dust and you really out there, you'll never get a peace of mind. To this day, homie, I'm about to be 40 years old. Shout out to me. Happy birthday. I still don't got a peace of mind in the city because I done did some shit in my day, homie, that got me a lot of shit on my helmet, homie, that I had to deal with. And I still don't got a peace of mind. I just deal with it like a savage, bro. And the biggest thing to me now is a peace of mind, bro. Damn, hey, you know what? Hey, shout out to the chat. Got it. I don't even know what this is about, but we gonna see. And you know you you found cuz we bashing out all 2025. The homie, yeah, Rod, I already know the family. I already know you fools is on it, man. You know, y'all see. I could salute that because I recognize it all the way, bro. Like we go back in the cut, my homie. We go back in the cut. Your brothers. I'll say this, homie. Out of a lot of individuals, and even like the lokes we know and fools that we've been, I can honestly say your family, most respect, because there was never a time, homie, I second guessed any of the brothers, homie. Y'all fools is just, you know what I'm saying, breeder for what y'all do. And that's why I connected with my boy Juju off top, bro, because he was just, you know, he was the older bro and he was embedded in that bloodline, homie. I never had to second guess that. That fool came and didn't even ask questions off of some shit that wasn't even his. I always have a love and respect for the family, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the riders, man, and y'all the brothers from the cut, homie. Hey, my boy Jesse, him and his bros, bro. He has a twin, identical twin, fool. Maniac and Menace. Let's go. Hell yeah! Remember the house over there in the north side, fool? We threw that big ass function. The homie went out there dumping the yisto, homie. I said, "Dang, fool!" Nah, that was some good days, fool. Yeah, I'm about to be 40, fool. I got a big Jess. I got 40, man. I live this long, bro. Yeah, right after that, because we was forming that unity, homie. We had a lot of stuff going on, bro. Right after that, I had hit 18, bro, and caught the freaking attempted murder case, bro. Right after that, bro. Right after them little gatherings, homie. And then me and baby bro caught that case, fool, and they almost tried to get me and baby bro. And I don't know if Juju had told you, fool. I got out on parole. I get out on parole, Rodder. And I pulled up to the motel, and he posted out there with the white girl that he used to have. And as soon as he sees me, I see him. I'm like, "What's up, cuz?" He's like, "What's up, bro? Criminal gang." I said, "Oh, what's up?" And then I said, "You look like the homie. You got some brothers?" He said, "Those are my little brothers, fool." So me and that fool connected right off top. And every day we had that hotel on lock, fool. Me and that fool had it on lock. And that's my rider right there, bro. Yeah, we still do the gang. I'm 36, but I really am 40. Yeah, they the twins, fool. They look just like each other. And then their older brother looks like them, just a little older, but he looks like the Iraqi homie. He looks like the Eastern Conference. Low Keezy. That's my rider right there, fool. Yeah, that's good shit, man. That's gonna be in the name forever, homie, till you pass away. It's gonna be a house. You got to keep that house. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the family. You ain't lying, fool. That fool look like the straight Middle Eastern. Hey, so I don't know if he told you about that situation. I called the homie. I was like, "Hey, fool, I need you to ride." He said, "Where?" I said, "Where are you?" He said, "I'm over here." He said, "Pick me up." Bet. I hung up. I picked that fool up, bro. That fool hops in the car and he pulls out the Yada, bro. I said, "Damn, fool. Okay, let's ride." So we go over to my sister's little spot, and she was dealing with this fool from 18th Street out of Cali, fool. I went in, and this fool Juju just stood out the gate guarding the whole complex just like a guard, fool. I went in and mixed up the 18th Street. Boom, 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 boom. Beat him up. Juju comes out tripping on everybody in the complex. I said, this fool started tripping on the whole apartment complex, bro. my boy Juju was a rider, fool. That was the homie. Yeah, tell him I sent my love though, man. It's good. It's good to see, man. It's good to see y'all actually doing good, bro. Damn, I ain't seen them since I stayed on the west side. Yeah, they had a little spot over there on a Federal and like 26 too. They had a little spot on 26 and Federal. But yeah, that's the good old days, fool. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the chat. I'm just chilling. I'm relaxing up. I'm about to get some tea in my system, man. My vocal cords. I'll stay on here for about like another 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna tap out. Gotta get some food. I've been hitting the little weight pile, hit the little weight pile this morning. I'm feeling a little better. Time to go back to work. And we gonna turn up, man. I might do honestly a big old birthday party for the 40th, bro. To the real ones, I'm gonna let you fools know for we could tune up. Whoever want to get crossed on that court, boom! I'm ready to play some ball though. I'm gonna show y'all fools how savage get down on them sports. But yeah, man, shout out to the chat. Yeah, we gonna do me and Rye got the me and Rye got the we got the show cracking Wednesday. Got the plug on some magic. Ooh, ooh, the homies coming through. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit you up on the DM, bro. When I do it, come off at notification, and I'll get your contact. I'll get your contact definitely, bro. But yeah, you know what it is, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. All high salute to the real ones. Box State Business. I'm gonna tap out though, man. It's good to see you, bro. Good to see all the homies. Good to see all the family. Y'all have a good day. All high salute to the real ones. I'm drinking on some OJ juice. I need to give me something in my system, bro. My vocal cords seem like they're hoarse right now. But so my birthday's in July, fool. In July, I might, you know what I'm saying? I might do a function in the E though. My birthday's in July. We'll have to do it up. Details coming. But Mall High salute, bro. I'm gonna get off of here. Y'all be good, man. Have a blessed day. You know what it is, man. Let's go.